After 32 years with the Arizona Game and Fish Department, Steve Gallizioli retired as head of its Wildlife Management Division in 1983. During our September 2004 interview, Gallizioli spoke about degraded range conditions that he found on Arizona's Coronado National Forest in 1951, and about the politics within the Forest Service that prevented better range management.
One of the first things that struck me in all that work, especially as a regional biologist, was the condition of the range. And it was shocking to me that it was in such bad condition. Most of the area, including the national forest, the Graham Mountains was all national forest, and it went up to almost 11,000 feet. And it was in terrible condition. And one time I actually found an allotment where the cattle had been left to literally starve to death. I found 2 animals that had died from starvation. And the forage in that particular area was so incredibly bad, you can understand how they would die of starvation. Even such things as manzanita and I don't know if you're familiar with that. The turbinella oak, which is a scrub oak, had been chewed down to stems the size of my thumb, had been eaten by the cows. And when I saw the condition, I went storming into the office of the local district forest ranger. First name was Nick, I can't remember his last name. And, you know, I practically told him, what in the hell are you doing up there? How can you allow that range to be so badly treated? Why don't you do something about it? Or are you doing something about it? And he sat through all my tirade and half smiling, and he said, well, I can appreciate how you'd feel, but that allotment, the permittee for that allotment is a man named Jim Smith. Jim Smith is a state senator, and he is now running for governor of the state at this moment. And he said, Jim Smith is a big man, figuratively speaking, and there's nothing I can do with somebody like that. And he said, if I try, the word will get to the regional forester in Albuquerque, and he probably won't get any farther than that, and the word will come back to me, you lay off Jim Smith, he's too big a man to mess around with. And that's turned out to be the case with other situations that I became familiar with. One of the big problems with proper range management turned out to be that even if the agency personnel were concerned and wanted to do something about it, they were blocked by politics. And unfortunately, I think that's still the situation even today.